May I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I did that, but I always do it that way. I don't know why, but I do. I never turn the music off before I talk. This is BHawk Live. I don't know why I didn't change my name from the X-Fan Show. I am Dirty, one of your hosts of the show, and I'm going to bring in the cackling hyena, the one, the only.
Don't call me that today.
Why? Are you don't want me to call you that because we have a very special guest that I'm getting ready to bring on after I bring on Daddy Ed? Is that why?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got it. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Amanda.
Oh, okay, good. And everybody's favorite news superstar, the one, the only, you see him, big man ballin', the you and the Lou himself.
There he is, people.
Back for another week.
Back for another week. And we have a very, very special guest. Amanda, well, actually, we got two special guests. How excited are you ready to have our first guest come on?
I'm excited.
Are you really excited, Amanda?
I am.
Big Daddy
Ed
is
excited.
Are you excited for our guest that I'm getting ready to bring on right now?
Yes, but since I take up more screen space, do I need to slide up between you two so the big men bowling can be on the bottom?
Oh, no, I think he'll be okay.
Okay.
He'll be okay. But, ladies and gentlemen, the guy that we're getting ready to bring on, some of you guys might know who he is. I don't know. I mean, do you think people will know who he is?
I have a feeling they will.
You think? I hope they do, but it's the one and the only
What's up, Trey?
linebacker for our St. Louis Battlehawks, Trey Watson. Sir, how are you?
Doing great, guys. How you guys doing?
We are doing good. Thank you for joining us. First and foremost, what was it like playing in front of 38,000 in the loudest stadium in the XFL?
It was an incredible experience, man. Kind of like I said when I could catch my breath during that interview after the interception. That's how football is supposed to be played, man. It's supposed to be loud fans all in your face all the time. That's just how football is supposed to be. And playing in the different spring leagues and when you're not really in the NFL or big time Division I college football, sometimes you lose out on that aspect of the environment. And last Sunday brought all that back for all of us, and it was just a pleasure to enjoy that. The atmosphere was one of one.
I must say, you killed it. Just
Thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all did y'all's part too.
I lost my voice. I have it back now. This hyena has her voice back now.
I think it's only fitting to kind of let everybody know a little bit of Trey's background before we get started.
Well, speed it up, Ed. Speed it up because Trey's
nice
enough to join us.
I'm still trying to get that shine off my forehead. So
that's not going to happen, Ed. Hurry it up.
Yeah, hurry up, Dad.
All right. Trey Watson, number 33. I think it's important that we all get to know the players behind the numbers. If you're a fan of the game and you come out of the game saying, you know what, number 33 had a great game, then you're really missing out because you need to find out what these players behind the numbers, where they come from, who they are, what drives them every day. So let's talk a little bit about Trey Watson. Played linebacker for 4 years in Illinois, transferred to Maryland for his senior season. He was named first team all Big Ten defense by the media, second team by the Big Ten coaches. Before Watson, Maryland hadn't had a defensive first team all Big Ten honoree since 2015. Trey led the Maryland team with 108 tackles, led the conference with 5 interceptions, one of which was returned to the house. After that, you signed for the Miami Dolphins for a year, played for the Dallas Renegades for the XFL 2.0, played 2 years in Canada for Montreal and Edmonton, back to the XFL 3.0 and 2023 for the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Now, right there, Ed, you said something that I got to ask Trey for. Trey, you played for the Renegades in the original or the 2.0, right? With the Renegades, okay? What is the difference between 2020 and 2023? What is the difference that you've seen as a player between the two organizations?
Organizationally, man, it's just been the build up to what last Sunday was. You could just feel the difference in the St. Louis fan base from the moment the team got together. Obviously, it's different because we're all in Dallas the whole year. We spent 3 weeks playing games, and really the anticipation just kept building up to last Sunday. So that was the biggest difference, man. You could just feel the fan base behind us, even from afar. There was so much anticipation leading up to that game, and it just all culminated in a perfect Sunday atmosphere. That's been the biggest thing for me as far as just noticing the difference between Dallas in 2020 and St. Louis this year.
Yeah. Now,
What's it
Ed
like working with Chris?
Chris who?
Claiborne.
Oh, it's awesome. A guy who is as accomplished as he is. Obviously, he's only been here a couple weeks now, but being able to just learn bits and pieces. It's always easier to learn from someone who did exactly what you're trying to do now. That it just makes that transition seamless. And those coaching points are things that not only does he know work, but he did them himself at some point in time. So they just translate really, really well for us. He's been a huge help to our linebacker room so far. And I think each week we've been able to build on our play and get better and better as a group.
Right. Now, Ed, you had mentioned something. Ed, I want you to mention it again. Give Trey's college stats again, because I got to say, Trey, you are literally one of the most underrated players at this position in the XFL. And I think maybe in football. And Ed, give his stuff again one more time for me, his college stuff, because that's where I want to go with that.
So he transferred to Maryland for his last senior season from Illinois. He was named defensive first team All Big Ten honoree on defense. He led the Maryland team with 108 tackles, led the conference with 5 interceptions, one of which he returned to the house.
So there you go, Trey. And you were the first time that Maryland ever had, as Ed said, a player named to that prestigious award. Like, what did that mean to you, being that first player from Maryland to have that award?
It meant a lot. My season at Maryland was extremely memorable for a lot of reasons. 2018 was a very tough year for us as a team and as a university. Just a lot of things happened. We had one of my teammates, Jordan McNair, passed away from a training exercise on our first day of summer workouts. So that season was extremely rough. But being able to play at the high level that I was able to play, earning the All Big Ten, earning the All American, and leading our conference, which is as good of a conference as you'll get in Division I football in tackles and interceptions. I'm extremely proud of that. Fortunately, when I was able to get that All-American honor, I was able to get my name up in the stadium. I actually haven't been able to go see it in the stadium since. Something I need to go do here pretty soon. I have a little son now, so I'll get to show him that one day, and he'll get to see Daddy's name up in the University of Maryland Stadium.
I'm actually glad you said that, because my two co-hosts right here, Ed and Amanda, are father and daughter, and they got to experience DC as a father and a daughter. And you just said that you're going to have that opportunity to take your son back to your school to show them. Like, I mean, they talked about that experience of sharing that with each other, going to DC. Like, what do you think that experience is? Do you think it's going to be one of those memorable experiences for you and your son? Or like, how are you going to look at it as a father?
It's kind of cool because, there's always those stories of, hey, my dad did this. He told me he did X, Y, Z. and that's one thing when, as a kid, you hear it from your parents. It's another thing when they can go show you, hey, this is my name in the place that I said I played in. It's there forever. It's not going anywhere. I can show them the highlights of all the plays that I was able to make there and everywhere else that I played. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to a lot of those different things. Obviously, being able to be a dad now, those experiences are something, or that are one of one, and I wouldn't trade those for anything in the world.
right, big.
Congratulations, by the
All right.
way.
Yeah,
Boys
congratulations.
are
All
the
right,
best.
Daddy Ed. I know you got something as a dad because I'm a father. I know you got a question for him. Let's go. Shoot it out there.
I was just going to add quick that Amanda's used to,
Watch what you say, old man.
hearing the same thing. I've kind of made a path that she gets to hear about every day too. So,
All right, Trey. So let's talk
Don't
about
listen
it.
to him, Trey.
You had the 3 weeks. You're doing the training in Dallas, right? And they've been preaching on ESPN and all the broadcasts that you guys. This is the one question I'm really curious because I'm going to give you my after I tell it why I think this is going to be this way for a while. It's saying that you guys all have the same training. You guys all have the same access to doctors, all the same to nutrition, training, all of that. They're in Arlington. Then you move out to your home teams. Does that really give anybody an advantage, or is it that you just got to gel together fast? Like, or how do you see that?
You froze.
He cut out right at the end, huh?
Mm-hmm. Daddy Ed, go ahead and ask a question because he froze.
Last week I was on X-Fan Show, and I talked about the game with DC that the Battlehawks had. Amanda and I made the trek to DC to watch that game. I made reference that game that there was 8 different instances during that game that I felt like the referees could have threw either an unsportsmanlike conduct, helmet to helmet, late hit penalty, and they chose to sit on the flag and keep it in their pockets and not call it. One in particular play that I mentioned was in the third quarter, and I don't know if you heard, but I made reference to the fact of a hit that you made on Abram Smith on a run that he had up the middle.
I know I froze, so
yeah,
somebody
Daddy
take
Ed was
over.
asking
Why
a
unfreeze?
Actually, we was really enjoying the show, so just go ahead and freeze some more.
Take over. Somebody take over.
Anyway,
question,
so the question I have is wasn't trying to single you out at all or not, but what kind of emphasis, the XFL likes to talk about the fact that they emphasize safety. And so, I thought the DC Battlehawk game was a perfect example of not enforcing safety. What do they do on a daily basis? What do you see in practice? What do you see in the room when you're going over things? What kind of things do they do to promote the safety to you guys?
I mean, look, safety in football it goes beyond just the XFL these days. It's a huge topic just across the sport, right? All the rule changes geared towards keeping guys safe, all the changes in technology for helmets, shoulder pads, all these different things. And it's extremely important. Obviously, our health is everything, and we can only play this game so long. So the first thing we need to do is protect our health first and foremost. But on a day-to-day basis, man, it's teaching safe tackling techniques, blocking mechanics, all those little things, and we're certainly emphasizing those. I would agree with you that there were some instances in the game where things, maybe were kind of allowed to get out of hand, where it did at the end there, and maybe you nip them in the bud early. That those things probably don't happen. I do think I have an idea of the hit that you're referring to with Abram Smith and I. I think it was actually someone else made the tackle first, and I ended up coming in late, and it was just the motion.
Call him out, Trey. Call him out, Trey.
Oh no!
Call him out.
It's
No.
problem.
Call him out.
It's
Yes.
part of the game. I do think that there was probably some helmet-to-helmet contact on that hit. Unfortunately, man, the game happens so fast, and guys' bodies are moving in all kind of ways. You don't want to expose yourself to head and neck injuries, and you certainly don't want to hurt anyone else. That's not what we're out there playing for. But sometimes things just happen. One guy gets pulled one way and the other guy is already in a position. It's hard to make different moves to try and protect ourselves at, the fast speeds that we're going at. But I do know the play you're talking about, so that's pretty crazy. But I think he felt it more than I did. And I mean, on that particular play, I'm glad they kept anything in their pocket because, it is what it is. But like I said, I do agree with you that, part of the ref's job, part of the league's job is to make sure that, things that like what happened at the end of the game there don't happen. And when you kind of address them as they come up throughout the game, because we are playing a violent game, man, and guys do have emotions that get involved and things like that. But when you temper that early, it normally leads to avoiding those situations like we saw at the end.
How do you think it'll be this weekend, Trey, with DC coming here? How are you feeling with it?
Man, I think there's going to be a ton of emotions, a ton of energy. We know we shouldn't have lost that game. We feel like we gave them a lot of different things. From spotting them 14 points at the beginning, just making some plays that were ill-advised, a guy slipping on a route and giving up a pick six. And then we know how it ended, and we didn't like how it ended at all. So we know they'll be riled up again. They play with their emotions on their sleeve. They're 4-0, and no matter how we feel about it, that's their record, and we're looking to give them back one right here, and even things up at 4-1 for the both of us. We've kind of established ourselves right now as the top two teams in the North and two of the better teams in the league. So now that we get to bring it back to St. Louis again and build on what we did last week, it's an opportunity for us to make a statement.
Trey, I have to apologize. My entire whole home system went down and my server went down. I apologize for that.
No worries.
But no,
we were fine without you.
I know you were. Trey, now I heard you talking about the DC game, right? Now, I mean, as you see, I got my hats right here, right? Got my hats. I've been to a bunch of different games. I'm actually wearing my BHawks hat here. But I mean, I do have to say something. You guys are playing against the former quarterback of 2020, right?
Don't let him get away with it.
Hold on now. Look, see, Trey. Look, I got your old team right here. Your old team right here, the Renegades.
Does he look like he gives a damn? I'm sorry, but does he look like he cares?
My God.
Trey, what's it gonna be like playing against the Defenders and the former GOAT? A lot of people still love Jordan here in St. Louis. Like, what's it gonna be like playing Jordan back in the Dome, a place where he's never lost? He's on a 4-0 team. They have that great running game with. I mean, you're gonna have a hard task ahead of yourself with Jordan, King, Smith. I mean, what's going through your head with that running attack those guys got?
I mean, they definitely are a team that leans into their running game. They're going to average probably 35 to 40 runs a game. That's where they've been, and that's kind of their bread and butter. So we're gonna, we have a plan for that. We had a plan for it last time, and we for the most part we were able to limit the big explosive runs. Some chunk plays in the passing game really hurt us, and then just some crucial, giving up 7 or 8 yards on first down instead of maybe putting them in a 3rd and long situation. That kind of hurt us last time around. So, we'll look to make some adjustments. I'm sure they'll have some solutions as well. But referencing Jordan, it's pretty cool, man. I actually got to play with him in the Shrine game coming out of college.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know him from that, and then obviously played against him last time we were in this league. I'm sure he'll have some emotions coming back to St. Louis, being that, he had some success here back in 2020. But obviously, right now he plays for DC, and, we got to do what we got to do so that we can get another one in the win column. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Right. Now, Jordan, Trey, don't listen to my two co-hosts over here, okay? Don't listen to them. Would it be okay? Because I am an XFL fan. I'm a BHawks fan. As you say, got the BHawk shirt, got the BHawk hat on. Look, I got
No.
But would it be okay?
No.
Would it be
We already know you're going to ask. No.
Root for Jordan, but nobody else. But root for you guys at the same time. Would that be okay?
No.
I mean, man, look, do what you need to do. I'm a football purist, man. I love football at all levels. all teams, all ages, as long as it's played the right way. Which, in my opinion, a lot of the things that are happening these days, it's not. But do what you got to do, man.
Thank you.
I'm here to win. We're here to win. So
Thank
you
you,
can
Trey.
you can root for Jordan all you want to. But at the end of the day, we're gonna do what we need to do.
That's right. You're going to put him
Trey,
on the turf right here.
Trey, here's the deal. When they introduce him as the starter for the DC, you're going to see all the fans go, "Oh, that's so nice. That's so beautiful." After that, go sack his ass, man. Get
Without a
after him.
doubt.
God, man, stop this love fest with him, for crying out loud. He's going to run into the stadium, but I want him to limp out. Okay? God.
Now here's how I'm seeing it. Here's how I'm seeing it, Trey. If you really look at everything, right? Look, the mayor says right here, Trey Watson is all mayor's team 2033. Here's what I'm saying for you guys. You guys are going to end up playing each other 3 times this year. You already played in DC. You guys are going to play here, and you guys are actually, in my opinion, you guys are going to play for the right to go to San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you really think about it, if you look at your guys' schedule, both teams' schedules, like, that's a real possibility. Are you seeing that, or are you just saying, nope, Dirty, we're taking this all one game at a time? How are you seeing it?
So the focus is one game at a time, without a doubt, man. But I mean, at the same time, I'd be sitting here lying to you if I said I didn't see the big picture and know where things are at. I kind of, while the internet was kind of struggling for you, I kind of addressed that. We're the top 2 teams in the North right now. And the way things are lining up, that's very well what it could be for. And this game could go a long way in determining who's home for that playoff game. And obviously we feel like a home game in the Dome is vastly different than a home game, out there in DC at Audi Field. So that's something to take into account. And, we'll get there when we get there, but getting to that playoff game in the Dome starts this Saturday with getting a win. So that's the key right now is what do we need to do, the rest of tonight and tomorrow and Friday leading up to the game to make sure that we're in the best position to get a win.
So here's what I'll ask you. Because right now it seems like the XFL media is just gushing over DC and the fans and the best fans in football, blah, blah, blah. As a player, you've played in venues all over the country and even in Canada. Tell me what you would rather take or what you would rather have. Would you rather have 40,000 butts in the seat watching the BHawks play or the beer snake?
Man, look, the beer snake is a cool attraction, but
No, it ain't.
there's nothing like the energy that was in the Dome for a spring football league, man. Like obviously I played in the league in 2020. We had some decent crowds in all the different places I played, but I played in the CFL in Canada in some pretty cool environments, but none of those touched what we got to last Sunday. And I think this game being an even bigger game for us, all things considered, that environment is only going to get even better. So that's number one, man. I mean, you really can't beat that. And all things considered, they should easily let this place get to over 40,000 people this week. And I mean, look, let's just break the spring attendance record every single home game we have. And then, fill the entire thing for the playoff game, when we get to that.
Now, Trey, I know we only had a select few minutes with you, but we actually have another special guest. I mean, you're more than welcome to stay if you want to with this guy, but I think you might know who this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's another individual. Mr. Kevin Atkins is joining this show. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Now, Trey, you're more than welcome to stay and ask your guys some questions, or you can go and read the playbook. It's up to you, man. What do you want to do?
Nah, y'all got it, man. Enjoy your time with Kev. I know he's gonna have some good things for y'all too, man.
All right, thank you, Trey. That is
thank
Trey.
you.
Good luck, Trey. Go get him, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
You too, linebacker for our St. Louis BattleHawks. And I mean, look right here. The big
Look at
man.
this
The big guy. The big guy. The guy that in the picture
Oh no.
was representing the Lou and the U, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Big Kevin
Oh,
Atkins.
no.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
So, Kevin, welcome to the BHawks. You are one of the proud recipients of Big Daddy's Ed, Big Man Ballin', you and the Lou, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So let me ask you
Yes,
this.
sir.
We asked before my computer shot craps, what was it like playing in front of that BHawks fan, being away for 3 weeks? What was it like walking into the Battle Dome? What was it like?
Oh man, that was a special feeling. You know, walking down, doing a little fan walk, and like it just made me want to dance. I'm a big guy, so I was just dancing, and then I got in there, and then like once I saw it start flooding in, I tapped one of the players next to me. I was like, "Look, they really." It was actually I tapped Ellen. I was like, "Look, they flooding in," and man, when that first snap happened, it was like, oh man, you couldn't hear nothing.
Well, let me ask you. Fresno State, the old Bulldog Stadium, holds about 41,000 people, so it's
Yeah.
comparable in size to the Battle Dome.
Yeah.
So we had 38,000. Give us a sense for where we stood compared to what you played 5 years at Fresno State,
So
playing in front of their home crowd.
it stood next to one of the best games I've been in since I was at Fresno. It was, Boise State versus Fresno State, 2017. Man, that stadium was like, that's what it felt like. The whole stadium just started shaking.
Now, I mean,
That's because the hyena was there. Man.
now, Kevin, you do realize you're playing against, I don't know how much you knew of 2020, right? But in a St. Louis, the idiots in St. Louis deemed I'm going to mute Ed because he just keeps coughing like a fool. They deemed that the Vipers were our rival. We never even played the Vipers in 2020. We played DC, right?
Yeah.
We played DC. We're going to play DC twice. Still haven't played the Vipers.
Mhm.
So, in your opinion, as a player, who really is our rival? Is it Vegas? Is it the Vipers? Or is it DC?
I can't really speak on that yet. You haven't played every team. But, right now it's looking like DC.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I said.
Mhm.
That's why the fans in St. Louis are a bunch of idiots and don't know what they're talking about.
So, Kevin, I got to give you a shout out real quick because I have to tell all the fans like how amazing of a person you are. So, my dad and I, as you all know, we went to DC, and I said if there was one person that my dad could meet, it would be Kevin Atkins. And as we're walking on the field, lo and behold, there is the big man ballin', standing right there. And he took all the time to talk to us. Like, he was talking to us for a good 10, 12 minutes. And let me just say, this girl got tears in her eyes and everything because he was taking all the time to talk to my dad. And it was just so awesome. So I just want to say thank you so much because that was so sweet of you.
Never a problem.
Well, what I want to know is, we got to see the humble, low key Kevin on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What is it with Kevin Atkins that flips the switch? What turns you from Kevin Atkins into a dog? And now, when you was with Fresno, you was a dog, spelled D-O-G. But now that you're in the Lou, you're a dog, D-A-W-G. Okay.
As you can see, the bulldog by your picture.
That's right.
Back
By
there.
your picture back there is a bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
That's Fresno's bulldog, but that's the Lou's bulldog. So,
Kevin, you're a part of our family now, just so you know. Like, your picture travels everywhere with us.
Let's let him answer the question first of all. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
what flips the switch, man? I want to know.
I mean, like in my head, ever since I was young, my mom instilled being a competitor to me and my sister. Like, everything we did, we competed. I mean, I ran track, I played basketball, I did taekwondo, played football, all that stuff. So everything I've done just growing up, and it's just something about competition that just makes me click. Like, I've always wanted to be the best. I want to be the top guy. I want to be the best team. Like, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to help my team win. So I just go in like this, almost like a war mode.
if you're not with us, you're against us.
Just like
Okay,
that touchdown you should have had, but you didn't get. Dean.
Oh, we won though. That's all that matters.
that's right.
That's right.
Kevin, you said something very interesting, Taekwondo. And I've interviewed players before, and a lot of them say that they take like a Taekwondo or some kind of like yoga or karate class, right?
Hmm.
Explain to people if they don't know why they do that, why you guys take that kind of stuff. Why is it that you guys do that kind of stuff?
Because it's like almost like playing as a defensive lineman. It's almost like martial arts. You know, you have to know different angles. You have to understand how to beat one's hands, how to stop one's hands. You know, contort your body, all that stuff, and it helps with that with flexibility. You know, learning hand movement, being able to stop hands from touching your body, all that stuff. So it all comes into play.
And you could definitely see that in your game. I mean, you're just, absolutely a beast on the field. Like, Ed says with your picture right there, and the bulldog right there next
Let's
to
see
Ed.
it, Kevin. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
There's the flex. But
Yeah.
like, okay, so you're here in the XFL. How has that experience been for you in the XFL?
I'm loving
What's
it.
it been like?
I'm loving it. I mean, you know, I met a group of great guys, you know, and like we're really meshing together as a team, like in such a short time. And it's funny because you'll never think like you'll build certain chemistries with people as fast as you do, but all it takes is a connection. And I feel like that's what you have because you know you only have a short amount of time with these guys. I don't know, it makes you appreciate and enjoy it more.
Now I have to say this. You go and look at stats. Listen, our offense is finally starting to gel. I think AJ in the last 2 games, our offense have finally started to put together their first 2 complete games, right? First 2 games they weren't. But our defense, you guys, why was it that the defense gelled so quickly together where you guys had each other's back left and right? I mean, like, why? What was that? What made you guys gel that fast like that?
I think it's just like it's not so much like hanging out, it's just understanding what type of player each person is. So like next to you, I understand how Lakel plays, how Ellen plays, and then the guy behind you, he'll tell you what he's looking from you. You just was able to play off each other. So I feel like that helped us a lot.
Okay, Big Daddy Ed, I know you got some questions.
Well,
he's
you
sitting
know,
there
just
burning.
like I did with Trey, I think I need to rate off Kevin's accomplishments at Fresno.
Okay,
all
keep
right.
it moving.
Keep it moving, though. Let's go, Ed. Come
Now
on.
keep in mind he got a 5th year because of COVID.
That is true.
So he was a 5-year Division I starting defensive interior lineman for the Fresno State Bulldogs out of the Mountain West Conference. His senior season, which was his 5th season, he started all 13 games, had a single season career best 41 tackles, single season career best tackles for losses with 13, 7 sacks. The 13 tackles for loss by a Bulldog was the most interior lineman tackles for a loss since 2014.
That's impressive.
I mean, he's the big man.
So tell me, having said that, like I said, 5 years at Fresno State, crazy crowd.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard everything leading up to the first home game of the Battlehawks, and God knows we had to wait forever for it to happen.
3 weeks.
Did it disappoint? Was it what you expected? Was it more than what you expected? What was it?
It was more than what I expected. I mean, you know, going to all these other places, they didn't really have too many as fans. Ours is like now this feels like professional football playing here in St. Louis. That was great.
So as I told Trey, as the media, the XFL media continues to gush over DC about having the best fans and all that kind of stuff. you tell me what you would rather have on game day. Would you rather have 40,000 butts in the seats or a beer snake?
Man, 40,000 people. Let's make it 45.
There you go. Now, I mean, look here, and let's give another serious stat to what our defense has actually done. Like I said, I've been very critical of our offense, but our defense, I have not been critical of. You guys are the number 2 defense in the XFL. 187 tackles you guys have, right? Mm-hmm. Second only to Vegas Vipers, right? You guys have 7 forced fumbles, 8 fumble recoveries. Number one in both of those categories, okay? Interceptions, you've had 4 interceptions. You were number 3 in that, and then nobody's really done anything on the scoring end. Like, what is it about this defense? You, Watson, Williams, those guys. We've had to rely on you guys a lot of times in games, right? Like, what makes you guys tick to keep saying, hey, listen, offense ain't playing well. We got to step it up. Like, what is that mentality for that defense? What's it like on the sidelines when you guys are sitting there talking?
It's just something that our coach told us. Like, no matter how, we always fight to the end. I feel like the first game showed us, like, no matter how much you're down by, there's always a chance until that clock strikes 0. So we're going to keep fighting, keep giving our offense chances, keep going. And just like how the first game happened, offense pulls through. Like, you just have to keep fighting. You never know. Just keep depending on them like they depend on you guys.
Now, Kevin, Dirty made me leave early that game. But, had we not left early that game, like, who knows what would have happened. So
they would have lost because every time we've left early, they've won. But anyways, let's go to that first game, Kevin.
A little bit.
You guys played your guys' entire tail off. What were you guys saying to the offense in that first game? You're like, guys, we're keeping in this. Let's go. Like, what were you guys saying to them to get us going through that first game in San Antonio?
We didn't have to say much to them. They took it upon themselves, and we just, like, it's back to the drawing board. We're going to give you guys better looks. Maybe it's on our part. It's a team effort. So you can't just put it on one person or one part of the fit or one part of the team. Now,
right here, Sabrina says, Kevin Atkins had the fastest sack. Thank you, defense. That was a quick sack you had. So we're moving to DC, right?
Mm-hmm.
I asked Trey this. I'm a BattleHawks fan, right?
Yeah.
But the St. Louis Golden Boy of 2020 is coming back, Jordan Ta'amu, right?
Yeah.
Would it be okay?
No.
Be quiet. If I come to the game wearing my BattleHawks gear, but still wearing my DC Defenders hat, just in support of Jordan.
No.
Would it? No.
No, that's right. Go get him, Go get him, big dog.
No.
Go get him.
Cassie said no.
If he says no, I'm not doing it because look, that dude, he's way bigger than me. So here it is. Everybody's saying Dirty's man crush, all that. Let's go back to DC. They beat you guys in DC because of the beer snake, is what they say. What can they expect? Go on, Ed. Ask the question, Ed.
No, I was just gonna say, if you show up Saturday and you got that red hat on, just keep on going. Because
I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it just because you said that.
Amanda's the new host.
I'll flip that off his head. Like,
oh my God.
So Kevin, they're walking into the dome. You said that you want 45,000 there, right?
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think that atmosphere is going to be like? Because we've noticed the ratings and attendance have dropped week 2. What is it that's going to make St. Louis special where it doesn't drop in attendance? And how is DC going to really be prepared for us? Like, what are you going to do to make sure they don't win this game?
They won't.
I'm going to do everything possible, everything in my power to make sure. And then I know everybody else is going to play the same way. This is like the championship game. That's how we're looking at it.
Listen, I got a speculation for you. Let me give it to you.
Wait, did you just hear that?
Yeah, I heard
he
it.
said this is their championship game.
It has to be. If they want to have a home field playoff game, they've got to win this game.
So listen, I got a speculation for you. My speculation is that I will see this man do exactly what he's doing in that picture behind my dad at that game this Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Yes, I wear a Cubs hat with Cardinal jerseys. Yes, I do.
I want to knock you out.
It's going to be an epidemic, man. The Lou is going to get to see more bellies than they care to see because that's just the way it is. That's the movement, man. That's the movement.
Ask him about you and the Lou. See how he feels about being your first nominee.
Well, this isn't something that we take lightly. As you can see over this shoulder, big man balling, you and the Lou. You and the Lou represents blue collar football. That's what St. Louis is we're a blue collar city.
Yes, sir.
Kevin Atkins, as far as I'm concerned, he represents blue-collar football. He said, all the linemen, that's the way it always been since football began. The big dogs set the table so the rest of the defense can eat.
Yes,
The
sir.
defensive lineman is occupying the blockers so that the rest of the guys can take all the glory. But if it wasn't for the lineman, nothing else is going to happen.
Mhm.
Let them know. Big dogs in the middle.
That's right.
Excuse
That's
me. It's
right.
all about the D line.
So not just anybody,
The D
is
line.
going to get in the U and the Lou. I saw Kevin play his first game, and I knew he was the first inductee. So we're going to give Kevin a few minutes here so he can officially accept the award and tell the St. Louis fans a little bit about Kevin Atkins and what we can expect to see from him every single home game down to till they don't let us play no more.
You know, me coming to St. Louis, I'm gonna be the life of the party. However, we got to get it started. I'm gonna get it started. If it's with whatever they ask of me, I'll make sure I'm gonna try to make it happen. Whether it's a sack, tackle, TFL, whatever it is. And you know the belly coming out.
Look at him. He's gearing up. Just sitting there.
Oh, did we want? Oh, he said they want the belly out. Do I need to put my belly out?
We're good on yours.
Show him, Dirty. What the hell? You did it last week. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Now Kevin,
Egg him on.
I know, Kevin, that you got like with Trey, you got your playbook to study and all of that. I know that it's going to be great when we come back to the Dome. I know that the Dome has already opened up the 300s again. I mean, and you're saying you want 45 in there, just like what Trey said. 45 is what you're wanting in there?
Yes, sir.
And if we don't get 45, will you be disappointed?
Nope.
Oh, okay, good. That's all that matters then.
I'll make all the noise to make up for that 45, okay?
All right, look, like here we got Keelan says we need a touchdown. We're not going to ask that. We're not going to ask the promise for a touchdown. But I can tell you this, and what I'm seeing is that everybody is saying we're going to make that place louder. We're going to be screaming and yelling, and we're going to show everybody that we have the best fans in the XFL for you guys. And if anybody gets the first touchdown, Kevin, I want it to be you to get the first touchdown for the battle.
Yeah.
Are you going to have a special dance if you get that touchdown? Are you going to have a special dance?
Yes.
We don't get to know. We don't get a hint of what it is.
Surprise.
Oh
man, how you gonna do that? Come on, man.
Before I get to the quick hits, okay? My kids, I'm just got to tell you, my kids have wanted me to get a new pair of tennis shoes for the longest time. They don't think the big dog is hip, okay?
Payless called and wants their shoes back.
So I'm going to show you. You tell me, you give me your honest opinion right here, okay?
Ed, hold on. Ed, wait. Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay?
no.
Okay, so. And you know what? you know what the S stands for, right?
Skechers.
No, it's smell. That's what it stands for. That's what it stands for. Okay.
Okay, hold on, Ed. Hold on.
I'm not okay.
Hold on, Kevin. Can you look? Okay, Ed. We're showing tennis shoes, right? Look, I got.
No, we're not gonna do that.
I got the Adidas Snow Slips, right?
Okay.
Kevin, these are better, right? Can you give him some advice on footwear, please?
So what I was going to ask Kevin is, I got a blue collar budget, but I want my man Kevin to hook me up. I mean, all you got to do is steer me in the right direction. What tennis shoes I need to get. Whatever you tell me to buy, within reason, I'm going to buy, and I guarantee you that when I'm on the field and I see you next time, I'll be sporting those tennis shoes. So you think about it. Now, keep in mind, I'm a 58-year-old man.
I already know what shoes.
Okay. You send me the link.
He's getting ready to tell you, Ed.
Okay. You send me the link.
What is it?
Have you seen those red boots?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He's old, Kevin. He doesn't know nothing about no boots.
Everybody got him right now.
Well, like I said, he's old.
All
you-
he's got to do is hook me up.
Hold on. Let me see if I think I know which
No,
boots
no.
you're talking about, Kevin, and you tell me.
Watch
Are
him
we-
go embarrass us. They're not. They're not
are we
Sesame
talking-
Street.
We talking
Oh,
these
no.
red boots?
Like I said, they're not Sesame Street boots.
What are they called?
I agree with Kevin. I think he should get Ed. Those should be the shoes you
Yo,
get.
those would be tough.
Do people really wear those?
Shit.
Stop right now.
Hook me up, Kevin. Hook me up.
Listen, Kevin, if my dad actually wears those, I have to have a picture. I
Well,
have
that-
to have. That is leverage.
Kevin's not going to do me wrong. He's not going to embarrass me. He's going to give me something that he knows that I'm going to be styling and profiling.
He just said the red boots.
Yes, sir.
He is
just
laughing
said-
at you.
So he's gonna hook me up.
Hold on, Ed. What, Kevin?
Those boots are in right now. I want to.
Yeah.
Well, Big Bird called and wants his shoes back. Those shoes look terrible.
Those are the coldest shoes in right now.
Yeah.
You gotta.
You got to get them. You got to get them, Ed. You told him.
Mm.
Ed, I could get them for you for $100 right now.
Those are
$100, Ed.
some Big Bird shoes, people.
All
I
right,
don't
Kevin.
know. I saw Kevin sporting some tennis shoes earlier this week. They didn't look nothing like that. So
No.
Oh, you want to see them?
yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see him.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he's
See?
got him right there. He's got him right
Absolutely, he does. I knew he did. That's why I brought it up.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
there. Oh, those
Yeah.
are
So see, yeah, you got it. Yep.
These are a little. Those are a little different.
All right, Kevin, here goes. Somebody wants to know. What is your prediction for the score against the DC Defenders?
Oh, I can't say. I
Oh,
really.
you can.
I can't.
No.
Dishes can't do that.
I'll say for you. I'll say for you. I think we're going to see our first overtime shoot-off
So,
in this game here.
well,
I think so.
He's like, don't do that to me.
Yeah. Please don't let it come down to our kicker. Please
Oh
don't.
God, Ed, stop. Ed, all right, listen. Ed, I'm gonna give you the last question because I know Kevin's got to get going. We only had so many minutes with both of them. So I'm gonna give you the last question for Kevin.
I was going to do some quick hits. They're
All
quick.
right, let's do real
Be
quick.
You ready?
Yep.
Gold or silver?
Silver.
Name brand or generic?
Depends.
Wine, beer, or bourbon?
What was it again?
Wine, beer, or bourbon?
Beer.
Oh,
Horror
man.
movie or comedy movie?
Or
Early riser or late sleeper?
late sleeper.
Boxers, briefs, or Speedo?
Boxer briefs. I ain't wearing no Speedo.
Nelly or Drake?
Nelly.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a trap question. That was a good answer right there. What would you most look forward to? Being the first official inductee into the U and the Lou Hall of Fame or the Football Hall of Fame in Canton?
Watch what you say.
Wait, I'm gonna add to that. Or seeing Ed wearing red boots, Kevin.
All right. Working hard or playing hard?
Work hard.
Fast food or health food?
Fast food.
Ah.
Sports car or a pickup truck?
Sports car.
Country, rock, or rap?
Rap.
Will Smith, Chris Rock, or Jada Smith?
Chris Rock.
Really, I'd
There
go
you go.
Jada. I'd go Jada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Bad Bunny or Pitbull?
I don't know who Bad Bunny is.
Yeah, thank you, old man. Ain't nobody know no bad.
Oh, I know who Bad Bunny
You're
is.
old man, and I know who Bad Bunny
I know
is,
who
and my
Bad
daughter.
Bunny is.
Oh my God!
Must be an old people thing.
Movie A movie at your home or a movie in a theater?
Theater.
And
Love
here's the most important question of them all. You
Ed
ready?
wearing the red boots.
You ready?
No.
Top or bottom?
Hold up. I don't know.
Come on now. Top or
Look
bottom?
at him.
Huh?
Top or bottom?
I don't want to answer that.
We're talking bunk.
Yeah, where's your head at,
okay.
Kevin? What are you talking about that? Where are you going, Kevin, with that
Jesus,
answer?
Ed. Jesus.
I'm going top bunk. I got
Top bunk. There you go. All right.
All right, there you go. There you
Look
go.
at him. Where's your head at, Kevin? Come play.
This is the X-Fan Show.
Send me the
Here.
link for the tennis shoes, man.
I will.
We did. The red
Well,
boots. Ed.
yeah, let's
Red
take the one. Yeah, not the red ones.
Ed, Kevin, if Ed comes to the game in those red boots next week, right?
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna put him out on the middle of the field and have him do a red boot dance, right?
Yes.
No, we ain't gonna do
No,
that.
they'll have me walk the sideline against DC because DC will be staring at me in the boots and they'll be they won't be paying attention to the game.
All right, Mr. Atkins, before I let you go, you know what the St. Louis chant is, the call, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys started to embrace the call?
Yes, we have.
Oh God!
The call is law dirty.
I guess it's here to stay, isn't it?
Do my dance to that.
And now you're holding something up. What is it that you're holding up? Right there in your hand, your little 90 thing.
Oh, so fun story. So
See,
we went
I catch it.
downtown in downtown Dallas. Went to this little pizza place, and I asked the lady, I said, "Can we get number 90?" And she was like, "Oh, well, I gave you that number." And I was like, but that's a special number to me. So she gave it to me. She said, "You want to keep it?" I said, "Yes." She gave it.
Well, give him a cheap plug, Kevin, since they gave you your number 90.
Say that again.
Give him a cheap plug. Where was it? What restaurant was it?
You don't even know.
I got, but it's called Serious Pizza.
There you go, Serious Pizza. So if you're in the Dallas area, go to Serious Pizza and say, "Hey, give me the number 90. Give me the Kevin Atkins special, the number 90."
Look at him. He's like, "Give me an endorsement, people. Give me an endorsement."
Serious Pizza, favorite pizza ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Kevin, it's going to be exciting seeing you this Saturday for this game.
Thanks, Kevin, for coming on.
You're a DAWG, man. You're a dog.
I'm a dog.
But you're
Anything
a
you want
dog.
to say to the
Right.
fans before we let you go?
Man, just come to that game. Please support. We're going to make sure we make the city proud.
There you
Can't
go.
wait.
All right,
Can't
there he
wait.
is.
Get your popcorn ready.
Kevin.
Get your popcorn
Mr. Big
ready.
90, Kevin Atkins.
Big man balling's coming.
Big man
Ballin'
ball.
is coming. All right. Oh, there it is.
Yeah!
Yeah, I don't do it as good as you. I didn't do it as good as you, Kevin. I didn't
Love
do it as good as you. All right, man. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it. Hey, give a shout for your Twitter and all that stuff.
Twitter is at big_bro_93. Instagram is my name, Kevin A. Atkins. Go follow those.
There you go.
Kick
All
some
right.
ass. Kick some ass.
All right, Kevin. We'll see you Saturday, bro.
Thanks, Kevin.
There it is.
He
Mr.
is so awesome.
Ed. Ed, really? Top
Yeah.
or bottom? Top or bottom?
Absolutely.
Top or bottom, Ed? Really? Ed?
Where's your head at?
You make the call.
Well,
Excuse
he
me.
did. He
Y'all
said
are
top-
nasty.
He said top bunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's
said
y'all
top
head
bunk.
at? Where's your head at, Dirty?
Well, I know where my head's at. My wife's home.
Did you? I think Dirty took it the wrong way. It was nothing but wholesome.
He said, "I know where my head's at. My wife's home." Good answer. I like
Yeah.
that.
Where was Dirty at on Tuesday?
Outside cleaning up trees in the backyard because Miss Dirty said to, and he
So-
did it.
So where was my head?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell?
No, don't play. Ugh.
Could you tell? Could you tell deep down Kevin liked my tennis shoes? He liked my tennis shoes.
Really?
No, he did not.
Really, Ed?
Skechers calls and wants their Payless shoe back.
Yes. Skechers called and said, that thanks for the endorsement. We had Kevin Atkins say our shoes were terrible. At least they weren't New Balance.
That was the last pair.
I was afraid you were going to throw up the New Balance shoe, and I would be
That
like,
was the
oh,
last
shit.
pair.
I
That
was
was
like,
the
yeah,
last
he'd
pair.
have really made fun of you then.
It's all right.
Here's the
No.
deal, and he's not lying.
When you
That
get,
was his last
That's
pair.
right.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
not lying.
When you
I
get
know.
to be my age and you're eating Excedrin migraine like chiclets, all of a sudden New Balance
Ed,
looks pretty attractive.
You do realize I'm not that much younger than you.
He's old.
I would have guessed you're older than me. Oh well.
So, anyways, the Battlehawks are going to lose this week. DC is
You-
just going to run all over them. But let's really
You
talk
are
about it.
so ew.
Oh, yeah. See here, Ed, you made the ZOA. You and the mayor made the ZOA endorsement commercial. So there you go. You guys made
did.
that. You guys made that. You've been all over all
Rude.
over social media with everything and all of that stuff. So let's really talk about, the more and more I sat and thought about what happened last weekend, right? With the 28,000 or 38,000 plus the parking lots that we helped sell out, the 4 parking lots that we helped sell out, with Rick's story and the STL Battlehawk group, and then Greg Jordan and the Banana Boat guys. I mean, what a fun weekend. Now, I was really going to bash on the things that had happened at the Dome with some of the other experiences that we've had, right, guys? I mean, you guys were in D.C., right?
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, we were in Arlington and San Antonio, right?
Mhm.
But I'm going to give them just a tad bit of a leeway because there was 38,000 people there, right? It's just, I wish
Spit
they
it
could have
out,
done-
dirty.
I wish they could have done more for the kids like they did in the other cities, right? But do you think it might have been that they just didn't prepare well enough for 38,000 people?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then that's where we'll leave it at then. Yes, the Banana Boat guys, as I
But I
always
have
like
to
call
say,
them.
like I said on the Smoking Guns podcast the other day,
Mhm.
I have to say out of all of them, San Antonio was my favorite experience.
So
As far as like from from doing the tailgate to walking in and doing the whole experience, but as far as like the crowd itself, like the game experience, that was
Mhm.
here.
Yes,
Other
I
than
agree
the
with that.
cronky sucks crap.
Thank you. Yeah, Ed, go.
I guess I'm old school. To me, if you want experience, tailgate. Have a great time outside the stadium. Do whatever you want to do outside the stadium. That's your experience. When you go into the Dome, you're there for one reason only: cheer your team on for victory.
Football.
Mhm.
If you've got to waste time watching a football under a helmet, jump around and figure out whether it's 1, 2, or 3, or you got to have people on the sidelines talking about a free ticket, if you can guess the attendance or whatever, that's all well and good. But at the end of the day, it don't mean crap. When you're in that stadium, you are in there to help your team win the game. Period. So when we talk about experience, if you want experience, do all the pregame stuff you want, all the tailgating you want, but when you're in there to watch the game, it's all about the game. Period.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree, and and the more and more I thought about it, like I was really going to be like, okay, well, but it's kind of like Amanda said. I liked the experience in San Antonio, from the tailgating to the walking the the Alamo Dome. It wasn't like when we were at St. Louis. I mean, maybe the Dome just needs more entrances, really, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to walk into the Dome.
Well, there were bathrooms blocked off and the escalators weren't going. And I'm like,
Yeah, right.
What?
But I mean, but the Dome's always been like that, right? So then I kind of expected. I was like, I remember going to Rams games that it would take forever to get into the Dome for the Rams games, right? Then I remember the Battlehawks in 2020. I was like, takes a long time. It took a long time to get in there. Maybe it's just the way that the dome is just.
How long has San Antonio's dome been there and then ours? Like, is San Antonio's newer than ours? It just seemed more open in San Antonio than here.
Yeah, like here. I mean, that is Amanda helped the team with her ill-timed bathroom. That's when we did score
I
the
did.
touchdown when you went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Andrew said right here the bathrooms were horrible, which they were. I mean,
I did notice that there was
here ticket
Mhm.
machines were not working. Uh, there were half the fans. Scott, listen, we understand there was half the fans, but again, this is what I'm going to tell people. This is what makes, if you don't travel to another city to experience that city's atmosphere, then you can't talk about it. You can't bash it.
Mhm.
I've been to the other cities. I've been to all of them, okay? Yeah, right here. People almost getting into fights in the bathroom lines.
Hey, when you're old, you got to go. When you got to
Right.
go, you got
Thanks,
to go.
Leo.
Open
Yeah.
in 93. Look, I went to Vegas, and the most fun experience I've had at a game so far this year was in Vegas. I'm not bashing it. It will be there either way. It would be easier to get in if there were half the people. I agree with you. It would be, but it was the same problem that we had with the Rams. It was the same problems we had in 2020. What I'm saying as a whole, my favorite experience so far was the Vegas experience. And it wasn't even my team playing. It was the Vipers versus the Defenders.
Why is that dirty?
It was just the entire atmosphere. Look, like I know people had been shitting on Cashman Field, but until you
That was
actually,
the day it rained, right?
oh my God, it rained, and
Yeah.
You're
the
wrong.
mayor
wrong,
says that
though.
he's doing the back-to-back Arlington and San Antonio games.
You're wrong though, because your team was playing.
The Defenders, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
DC is your team, so.
Andrew, laugh about Vegas all you want. There were still 6,500 people in there. Hey,
Listen,
right.
let me say this about
Hold on,
Vegas,
man,
people.
this
They
is
got to
one
back
thing-
off. Like,
this is one thing I'll
Vegas is
say.
new.
Right. This is the one thing I'll say about the Dome. They have the entrance for the disability people, for people with disabilities. I absolutely love that. I think that's great, right? But look, you could say what you want. There wasn't one time in Vegas that I had to stop watching football from going to the bathroom other than going to the John. I could still hear the game. It was right behind me, no more than 200 feet away from me. I stood in line in concessions and could still watch the game live.
I just think the people's expectations of Vegas, people need to stop.
Yeah.
Like,
and I was
Vegas,
literally,
it's a one man put that all. I mean,
yes.
you guys have to also understand that is a lot of work. Like, I mean, shout out to him for doing all that, and I give him props.
And this is a good analogy. I love what Scott says. Going to these other stadiums is like going to Walmart at 2:00 in the morning compared to going to the Dome, which is Black Friday. I absolutely agree. But let me tell you something. Listen, if you guys can do it, I've been looking at trying to get to Vegas because, the mayor says that he's still debating, or Kevin's saying he's still thinking about the Vegas trip. I'm just, Keelan, good luck on that.
Arlington.
Yeah, good luck on that. St. Louis ain't using that money to upgrade the Dome. That's going right into the politicians' pockets. Yeah.
What's up, A-Train? What's going
Hey,
on?
we got the voice of reason on here finally.
Appreciate it. Hey, there's a lot of times I can't get that guy to my left off of the freaking air. So,
oh, hey, this is the BHawk live show. Thank you guys for joining us, and I'm ending the broadcast.
No, you are not going to do that right now.
Yes, he is. He's going to do it.
What else are you going to say now?
Right. He's going to do it. He would have done it. He would have done it.
Let's get 5 more minutes here. We got Arlington, who you catch with me tomorrow on Thursday at 11 o'clock, and then you can also catch him with Cullen on the Rough 'em Up podcast. Some big games this weekend. The Battlehawks are fighting for first place with the Defenders in the division, right? Arlington's Renegade Roughnecks are 4-0. looking to move to 5-0 because they're playing the Sea Dragons. The mayor might have something different to say about that because they go up into Seattle. But I think with this league, nobody really has a true home field advantage, in my opinion.
This weekend's going to be this weekend I think is the best games out of the whole.
For the whole week? You guys really think so?
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. I'm excited the most for this week because I feel like it's right in the middle, and I feel like this is week. Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you say this because let's really look at this. You got the Roughnecks and Sea Dragons playing tomorrow, right? Did we lose Arlington? Okay, there he is back. So that should be a very interesting game. Seattle's starting to get their stuff going, right? Here's the attendance right here that I want to pull up. So 74,947. 38,000 of that was with the BHawks. I easily think that we can pull 40,000 in for this game. And I'm going to break it down even more because I know we're in overtime. I know Arlington wants to talk about it. But you got the Brahmas playing the Renegades this weekend also at home.
That's going to be a great game.
5, 8, 9, and 10. All San Antonio, St. Louis home games. What do you think attendance is going to be like those weeks?
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm saying the BHawk draw is close to 40, and I'm saying that the Brahmas draw close to 25. 25.
I think this week we'll have more in attendance here in St. Louis than the home opener.
I agree with that.
Because of DC. Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking just for the simple fact, we could very easily have close to 90,000 people in attendance this week. Close to 90,000.
What do you think, Arlington?
It'll definitely be 80,000. It'll definitely be 80,000 total.
Yeah. Because I think it's right, it's starting to catch steam again back in Seattle. As you see, it's starting to catch steam back in Seattle, right? Vegas, it's starting to catch steam in Vegas, right? Like Arlington had said on Tuesday, okay? Arlington said on Tuesday, somebody's going to be 1-4 between Orlando and the Vipers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Hey, that's going to be the game of the week. It literally is going to be the game of the week.
It is.
Because everybody's going to want to see who wins. Everybody's going to want to see who wins that game, for real.
You mean the coaches matchup or the team?
The teams themselves.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
See, now Leo says he's thinking between 20 and 22 in San Antonio. And me and Arlington will really go more into that tomorrow because
I want to see Woodson and Buckley together. That's what
I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think it's going to be that way, to be honest. And I'll tell you why tomorrow. I don't think it'll be that way. But let's get to the DC and the BHawks game. Revenge game. It's revenge game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Between these two. The Defenders already hold. The BHawks are 0-2 against the Defenders.
That's true.
We are 0-2 against the Defenders.
I'm about to kick you off.
It's a fact though. The thing is, each of the games have been close though.
Uh-huh.
That's the good thing about it. Wait a minute, hold on. The first time.
Here's what I'm saying.
I think it's a lot to a little, but still.
Here's what I'm saying. These are going to be the two teams. Andrew, I don't think that we have enough to compete with their running game.
I forgot what show this is.
Wait. I'm gonna help you out, Amanda. And
that's how I heard this is BHawk Live, right?
Okay, go ahead.
40,000 people can help a team win a game.
That is
they
true.
Can help it.
That is true.
They can help it. This is not DC. This is no beer snake. All right. These are loud and raucous fans that are going to be pulling.
No, that's like saying the Lemons helped Seattle win. Okay? No.
It helped Seattle win. It helped DC win.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
Hold on.
Regardless,
Let
what
me.
I'm saying is
hold
that's
on.
like saying the lemons did something for
Are you
him.
ready? Let me give you a nice little stat.
Not buying it. I'm
Let me give
sorry.
you a nice little stat right here. 153 attempts, 622 yards, 4.1 carries per yard, 7 touchdowns, 16 of 10, 16 runs of 10 plus or more, 3 of 20 or more, longest 40, 49, and 40 first downs.
Here he goes.
Hey,
with his
30.
Just
John,
almost
John,
running.
John Davis just said it.
30.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Keep talking about all those stats. Keep in mind the 2 times that the Battlehawks played the Defenders was in DC. DC's never played in St. Louis.
That part.
Okay.
So Ta'amu, you gush over and everything.
Again,
And you
Ta'amu,
talk and you
who
talk
is
and you
undefeated,
undefeated
in the dome.
undefeated.
Undefeated in the dome.
But let me finish.
Y'all got a date?
Undefeated in the dome when everything is quiet and you can hear crickets chirp because he was on the home team. Now he's on the other side. He ain't going to be able to hear Shiite.
Is he buying your?
Now you tell me how he's going to perform.
Is
Okay.
Ta'amu buying your next meal?
Running the ball. What's important on running the ball? Timing of your lineman, timing of hitting the hole.
Hey.
Are you ready?
No. Dirty, answer this. Are you top or are you bottom?
Ah!
You answer that
Yeah.
question, 'cause I'm confused
Yeah,
right now.
I'm definitely a bottom when they're on top.
No, top, bottom, or behind. That's what you got to say.
Are you top, bottom, or behind?
Top, behind them, or behind. That's what you
I love being behind. Love being behind.
Anyway,
Love
the game.
being behind.
Hey, it goes back to what's originally been said. Ta'amu is on the other side.
Right here. And here's what I'm saying. Those games mean nothing but the noise.
Hey, this ain't got nothing to do with just Ta'amu. This is about concentration. That's what this is about. This is about concentrating.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. And Arlington, me and you talked about this off the air, right? The DC.
Arlington, I love your energy right now. I do.
DC Defenders. Yes, I do kiss pictures of Jordan before I go.
I know. I knew he did. I knew he did that.
Single night I do. I have. You know what? I'm going to show you guys my Jordan tattoo. Hold
on.
No,
we ain't gonna.
Hey! Oh, you guys don't want to.
Anyway, so with that being said, hey, what he hasn't realized is that Jordan is playing on the other side. He's going to be playing to boos, not cheers. That's different. Come on, man. A lot of times that plays psyche in your mind. Don't believe me? Ask Kyle Sloter. Kyle wondered why he tried to say it was 50,000 people that was going to be shut up, and they never did. They had no shot.
Slaughter got slaughtered.
Exactly.
Hold on, right here. Look, right here.
Slaughter got slaughtered.
Ta'amu is the quarterback. He leads the offense.
He ain't just he's part of a 2-quarterback system.
Right now, let me explain.
He's not the quarterback.
Hey, look. Jordan has been coached under some of the best coaching trees. As much as I hate Andy Reid.
You just making House Wright just love himself right now. Like
as much as I hate Andy Reid. As much as I hate Andy Reid's and I hate the Chiefs, right?
Screaming right now.
Jordan was there in those games and he heard how you do those silent counts. He was taught how to do those silent counts. I'm not saying that DC's going to win. I don't think. I'm just.
Then what are you saying, bro? Then what are you saying?
I'm just the guy.
So, no. Keep it a buck. No, don't lie dirty. You said DC was winning.
Right. I'm
the
DC
was winning.
Who speaks the truth. This St. Louis team isn't really as good. No. No. It is. This team has gotten lucky. This team should literally be 1-3. 1-3 is what this team should be. That is the God's honest truth.
What does Bill Parcells say?
Oh, win.
You are what your record says you are.
You're right.
The rest of it don't mean nothing.
You're right. You
are what your record says you are.
It only takes one game.
Yeah,
it only
listen,
takes one
I'm
game.
not saying that. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. All I'm saying is this. Just because we're all St. Louis people, and just like as the good doctor says, dirty is right, stop being homers. I'm not being a homer. Do I wish the Battlehawks would
Does
go
he sleep
10-0?
on your bunk too?
No. Do I wish the Battlehawks would go 10-0? You're goddamn right I wish they would. But realistically, I know it.
We got to be realistic. They're not.
I said it in 2020. I wanted the Battlehawks to go 10-0. And then I said, but they're actually going to go 5-5. And what are we seeing? We are seeing the Battlehawks from 2020 play out right now in Arlington.
And the Renegades.
And what are they right now?
Yeah.
What are they right now?
2-2. They're 500.
They're a 500 team.
And what are we?
3-1. You're exceeding everything that's being done. Because one, all right, listen, AJ McCarron has done a phenomenal job at times. And he's made magic. All right. He's made it work.
All right,
got the 3 wins.
On bad calls that he should not have thrown interceptions on.
Right.
2 of them. On plays he should not have thrown a pass on.
Right.
Okay? He is
So
not
did they.
the most efficient.
So did they.
Again, because of that noise. This is a different team. This is a team that runs the ball down your throat and controls the clock.
Dirty, you're not going to blame the interceptions on noise. Are you kidding me right now?
No, I'm talking about for
DC.
the Renegades. I'm talking about the Renegades.
I was going to say.
Their interceptions were because of the noise. What I'm saying is the DC team is built to run the football and control the clock.
And we went against them 2 weeks ago and they ran the football and tried to control the clock.
And they did.
What killed us? Mistakes. Just like it's been all
that's
along.
true. They do have to play.
Mistakes killed us.
Right,
so
and that's what I'm saying.
But don't sit there and say that we lost that game because they were able to run the ball. That isn't the reason why we lost that game. And you can go through that game series by series. And
you if you really want me to, I'll pull it up.
Here we go. No, we ain't gonna do that right now with your stats.
No, hey, granted they did lose, man, but guess what? Mistakes, like you said, it killed them.
And I get it. I get that the mistakes killed them. I get it. I'm not saying anything about that.
But it's also again, you talk to 2 defensive players today. You talk to Kevin Atkins, you talk to Trey Watson. They know this go around. They cannot do the same thing that they did back in DC.
Exactly.
They can't do it. Hey, and guess what? They lost JJ Smith for this game too. So that's another person that you have to keep in mind.
And don't think those refs aren't going to be on their game here either.
Okay.
They're going to be watching.
Okay. So, Ed, you said it was the mistakes. Are you ready? This is what the game happened. Now, this was in D.C. Again,
what was the turnover battle? First
number is going to be the Battlehawks. Second number would be the DC.
No, I don't care about that. I want the turnovers. That's it. I don't care about that. I want the turnovers. Interceptions and fumbles. That's it. That's all you need to see.
2 interceptions to 0.
Okay. That's on the Battlehawks.
And then
missed points.
No, don't worry about that either.
4-3.
On the fumbles? Yeah, because there was a lot of fumbles in that game.
Turnovers.
What do you mean the interceptions ain't points, Arlington?
Now we're fumbles. Now we're at fumbles, right? 2-3.
Okay, so guess what? So guess what you had? You had 2 fumbles for the Battlehawks, and you had 2 interceptions, right? So look, they didn't throw a single interception. So guess what that means for their defense? They have to do get back to the ball again. You're gonna have to, because DC has an act where they will make big plays on your secondary.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Interception is points, though. You are missing out on points when an interception is thrown. Each time that an interception was thrown at the DC game, they got points on us.
And so the kicker did miss some kicks in DC. You ready for this one?
Yeah, Hageman.
Here it is.
It's also.
Right, here it is. You ready? Here it is. 28-32 to 31-35 time of possession. Again,
that's 3-minute difference. All right.
Okay, but here, are you ready? I'm going to go to it. Okay, you ready? Third down efficiency, 33.3 to 46.2.
Okay.
Fourth down efficiency, 0 to 100.
How many times did DC go for it?
Oh, well, it doesn't say. It just gives their.
Oh, just the percentage.
They
Yeah,
only
just the
went for it,
percentage.
I think, one time.
Okay, and they got it. Okay, now, and it right here, like the good doctor says.
Yeah, no,
Running
don't
the
worry
ball-
about missed points. That's a load of
No,
malarkey. Yes,
running
you
the
have to worry
ball
about missed
played
points.
a major part in their role, which
No, I wasn't worried about the missed points. He said it was said as a stat. I know you don't supposed to not worry about missed points.
Hey,
Yeah, missed points is missed points.
Here you go. Total yards, 295 to 337. Yards per play, 4.7 to 5.3. First downs, 16 to 18. First down passing, 14 to 9. First down rushing, 2 to 9. Rushing the ball beats a defense down, beats an offensive line or a D line down tremendously.
Right.
Tremendously. That's why Jordan was able to drop that 58-yard dime on him. Because of that, they were bringing more guys into the box to stop the run, and he threw that dime to drop on him.
Because their running game was better, that's why he dropped the dime.
But
yes, because that means the focus. What he's saying is that the focus becomes on the running game so much that when a pass play is coming, you're not going to be able to stop it.
And if you listen to the interview with Jordan, they did silent counts the entire game because of how loud it was.
Why was DC able to run the ball so much?
Deception.
Because they were able to play ahead.
And
Why were they able to play ahead in the first half? Because we made some bad mistakes that allowed them to get the lead. You give a team a lead when they can turn to their running game, which is their dominant anyway, they're dominant running. When you give the team a lead and allow them to play to their strength, they have the advantage. If we don't make the mistakes we made the first half to put ourselves in a hole, maybe they don't get to run the ball as much as they want to because they got to throw the ball to get back into the game.
You ready? You say mistakes. The Battlehawks first quarter, first play, 3 plays, 4 yards, 157 a punt. DC 7 plays, 77 yards, 226 a touchdown.
Don't get me started on the first series. I told you when we talked about the game way back.
That's what I'm.
6-yard sack and then followed up with 2 1-yard runs up the middle. That's an offensive coordinator thing. They got to figure that out.
Yes, good teams do make mistakes. I'm sorry.
Ed, you said that DC was playing ahead, and they actually weren't. They were playing behind. It still ran the ball because the Battlehawks made an interception for a touchdown. The Battlehawks then came back on an 8-play, 73 yards for a touchdown. Then DC fumbled. Battlehawks missed the field goal. DC fumbled first quarter. Second quarter, St. Louis fumbled. DC punted. Punted St. Louis. DC punted. St. Louis punt. DC punted. Touchdown.
You're smoking crack.
Hey, but guess what? DC is still ahead, though, right?
You're smoking crack because that.
Are you serious? Here, I'm going to show you right now.
The first half of the game.
Hold on. Are you
sure? The Battlehawks were behind in that game.
Here you go. Here it is. Driving summary right here. Punt. Touchdown. Defenders. Interception for a touchdown, Battlehawks. Touchdown, Battlehawks. Up 14. Fumble. Missed field goal. Fumble. Fumble. Punt. 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 Touchdown, Battlehawks. Halftime. Field goal. Touchdown. Touchdown. Fumble. Field goal. Punt. Touchdown. Turnover on downs. Punt. Pass intercepted. Fumble. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Okay, so you're basically saying the second half was better for
the Battlehawks.
Yes.
The Battlehawks led in that game for a matter of a series. They went ahead in that game in the first half long enough for DC to get the ball back and go and tie the game at halftime. Don't tell me that the Battlehawks were playing ahead. They were behind in that game with the exception of a pass they made to their tight end.
Okay, are you ready?
The only pass that he caught, for Christ's sake, and you could have drove a truck down the field. He was so wide open. But did they throw to him again the whole game? No. So ask me what in the hell. Oh my God! Sutherland was so open. I could have.
I agree with you.
God, I could have laid a blanket out. We could have had a charcuterie board
right here
before
he
went to the.
Just like you said. just like Keelan says, it's 4 quarters. You got to start playing again. You're absolutely right. Here it is. First quarter, 14-8.
Right.
DC. Second quarter, St. Louis takes the lead, 6 points. And then DC didn't
No, they
show up
tied the
until,
game up, man, after the half. At the
and
half.
then
It was tied at
DC
half.
did not show up until the second half where they scored 11 and 9 points. This is what it is. Yes, Andrew, I agree with you. We need to use our tight ends more.
If
This
that passed to Sutherland,
Yeah, right here, Ed.
wasn't
Ed,
like
Rob wants to know, top or bottom, because you've gotten owned in this conversation.
bottom,
Top or
baby. Bottom all the way. Bottom all the
Lord.
way.
Okay,
There's
you know
no
what?
doubt. Bottom. It's just the way it is.
Right here. And
Here's
look,
what we're not going to do. Here's what we're not going to do.
Listen, again, right here, they got beat because of the mistakes and they couldn't stop the run. And I agree with that.
But you have to incorporate the whole offense. You can't zero in on one wide receiver and throw it to the same wide receiver every time.
And again,
Sutherland was the perfect example of when you throw to the tight end. Oh my God. I kid you not. We could have had a bottle of wine.
Right here, like he said, you guys need to quit looking at the what ifs. They lost. Look at the facts. And I did. And this is what I'm saying. I could care less that they're coming to the Dome. Is it going to be a harder game for them to play? Yes, it is. Do I think DC is going to be scared to come into the Dome and play? No, I don't. To be honest, I'm going to flip a coin on Thursday to pick this game. I can't honestly pick who I think is going to win this game. I'm going to flip a coin. That's how I'm going to pick this game on Thursday.
Okay, so Arlington tomorrow is flipping.
I'm not being a homer. I'm not saying who's going to win or whatever. I'm just saying for you to come out and say that DC is going to be in total control of that game because they can run the ball is just. If you're going to be
Houston,
if you're going to be a running team,
been to Houston yet.
You play with the lead. If you don't have the lead, you can run to a point, but then you got to score some points.
But DC didn't matter if they were winning or losing. All they focus on is run, 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 run. I mean, they are literally playing the BattleHawks 2020 version, but yet they're actually making it work. But the Renegades ain't making it work because they don't have the players to do it.
So you can't say that it's always a running game then.
I mean, that's what it's been the first 4 weeks. It's been DC's running game is what's been getting them these 4 wins.
Right here. Look, Chris is saying it right here. DC is boring 80s football ground and pound team. That's exactly what it is. I mean, this is the team just like the 85 Bears. Who did they rely on in 85?
Ground and pound, Walter Payton.
Payton, baby.
But the difference is with DC. DC has a running game, and they can be deceptive of it. You got to think about it. When Garrett King comes into the game, you're going to be looking for him to run, but he can also pass.
You can't win a game on a running game. That is the point.
But that's the thing. You can't just focus. You can't just focus on the running game, even though that's the primary focus. I know that's confusing, but you got to understand that. That's the thing. You have to make sure that you are limiting your mistakes and you're playing 4-down football, because that is going to be the main key for the BattleHawks. If they want to get to 4-1, mistakes are going to have to be a minimum, and you're going to have to control the clock. And they had a problem with that. Because they don't see now they have the offensive line should be good together for week 5. All right. So now you're looking at it, control the clock. You got Brian Hill. All right. But you did a fantastic job this past week with 89 yards. He had over 100 yards from scrimmage, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
So that you got to utilize the running game. I know you got 2 of them with Durant as well, but you got to make sure that line is keeping AJ McCarron standing up instead of on the ground, on the turf.
Right here. Brian Hill. Or no. Hold on. Not that one. Brian Hill needs to touch that ball 15.
Just like he did last week. Like he did last week.
BattleHawks, if they want to win this game, if they want to win this game, they need to have Brian Hill touch that ball.
They're
left
not a
and right.
3-man team.
No,
They're not
no.
a 3-man team.
Nobody said that they are. You talking about
Well,
DC, right?
The only names that I'm hearing half the time are Hill. Let's see, who else?
Butler.
Definitely not Hagman.
Butler.
No. What we're saying with the Battlehawks is that they have to have balance, and that's going to throw off DC. And then limiting the turnovers. You can't have two costly picks. Michael Joseph is waiting to get the ball. Right now, he has 3 picks. 2 of them going back to the house.
Was it me or was it somebody else that when I was watching that ball being snapped at this last game, I don't know who was the center at that point. Regardless, AJ shouldn't have to jump when the ball is being.
Oh, right. I agree with you. Here's what it's going to be.
What was that?
Here's what it's going to be. The Battlehawks have the second best defense in the XFL next to the Vipers. Vipers have more tackles.
Second, whoa, pause. You said what?
I'm looking at stats right now.
No, those stats must be fake news.
You're a stat.
All right, wait a minute. All right. You looking at what?
I'm looking at XFL.
You said second
right
best.
Now.
You said second best defense in the XFL?
They have the second best defense in the XFL.
Fake news.
Next, so I mean, I'm literally looking at it right now. They're second in tackles. They're second in tackles with 187. Okay. They're first in fumbles, recoveries, forced fumbles, and formal recoveries. Okay. And then in interceptions, they are.
But that proves stats aren't going to win you a game. Look at their record.
Again, you're right here, like Andrew says. Let's spread the ball around. Good Doctor says if AJ throws it more than 35 times, St. Louis is going to lose. Yes, it is, right? Here's what I'm going to tell you. You have the number 1 tackling defense. Second.
That don't mean nothing.
Hold on. Secondly tackling best defense going up against the number 1 rushing team.
That don't mean nothing.
NFL.
That means nothing. That means, sir, that means if they're getting gains, they have to make tackles on those gains. What about them tackles for loss, like behind the line of scrimmage?
All right, you want that?
I'd
rather have that. Tackles don't mean a damn thing when it comes to this.
If you're driving down the field and you're going 80 yards, there's a lot of tackles there. Of course you're going to lead the league in tackles because you can't stop nobody.
Thank you.
I mean, come on, man.
But you saying, but you made it. But you said,
quit being a
stats
guy. You have the worst defense in the league and leading tackles because you're always on the damn field.
Okay, so now, Ed, you're proving my point. So that means DC is going to run all over the Battlehawks, and they're going to win this game by running all over them like they did last time.
No, sir.
Plain and
simple. So you saying DC going to win is basically what you're saying.
I'm not saying that, but by
Ed's logic,
Ed's logic.
No, what are you doing? You literally are saying that.
I'm flipping a coin. I'm flipping a coin tomorrow.
You're ASS. You're not flipping a coin.
I'm flipping a coin tomorrow.
Hey, save it. Save it. Just say DC's winning.
Let's do it. Let's agree to disagree. Let's do our picks.
Dude.
Let's do our picks.
Good grief.
I got to do mine tomorrow, so you and Amanda do your picks.
Yeah, I'm not doing mine tomorrow.
You're doing your picks tomorrow too, A-Train?
Go ahead and put Russ's comment up there. Go ahead. Because all I've been seeing is the good doctor's comments and all that this whole time.
What's Ed?
Yeah. Ed is right. Thank you.
Yeah, but I've already controlled. Right, look right here. What Andrew said. Enough with the 3 and outs. My point's been proven.
I was right there with you because it's all about clock control.
Exactly.
It's all about possession.
Dirty needs his screen to freeze right about now.
See, I mean, look again. We just have another idiot tuning in. I don't know what you know.
Okay, let's go through the games. Come on.
All right. Hold on. Let me get to it. I mean, again, I was right. Okay, yeah, Chris, you're wrong. It's going to be the other way around.
Oh my God, Dirty, you're an idiot.
All right, so tomorrow we have the Houston Roughnecks versus the Seattle Sea Dragons.
Yeah, Lee. I know Houston. I got Houston in that one.
Oh, you're giving your picks today?
Sure he is. Why not?
All right. I'll
Yeah,
get
Dad,
my.
He goes out on a limb. He'll go out
Yeah.
on a limb.
Yeah,
Who's yours,
Roughnecks.
Dad?
I got Roughnecks.
Here's the deal. I would rather. Do I want Seattle to kind of tame the Houston, oh my God, the best team in history? Yeah, I do, but it's probably best for the Battlehawks for the Seattle to go
Be
down.
quiet, Arlington.
So I say the combination of Houston going into Seattle with DiNucci not being able to get out of his own way. You heard the head coach of Seattle this last game.
Gonzo.
Seattle had the game in hand. He goes out there on the first play, throws a pick, and the head coach says, "I'm going to kill you, man." He tells his quarterback he's going to kill him.
Okay, Dad, give me a pick.
The combination of DiNucci still not being able to get out of his own way, and Houston is going to go in and win that game.
We went through all of that for you just to say Houston.
Hey,
but
man.
hey, at least explain himself. Amanda, who you think? Who you got?
Houston.
All right. What's the next game? Of course, the Battlehawks are defenders, right?
Yep.
I know where Dirty's going.
Look, the good doctor's an idiot. I'm telling you guys who's winning that game.
Arlington, I'm going to ambush this show tomorrow.
I don't see anybody until next week beating the Houston Roughnecks. I've already called it.
I'm going to bring in a guest, but that's okay. I guess I got my guest.
They're going to be 8-2. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Actually, Orlando versus the Vipers.
Did we pick the last game?
Orlando versus the Vipers.
We Battlehawks and defenders are gonna be last.
Orlando and the Vipers.
The Vipers.
Is the Vipers at home?
Yes, yep. Vipers are at home.
Rod's getting his first win.
Vipers will get their first win.
And then was making so. If you heard the news today,
and you'll be able to take Rod Woodson off suicide watch.
Hey, you heard the news today. Quentin Dormady is back with the Cardinals.
Yeah, I saw
so they have 4 quarterbacks.
I swear to God, I look at every game. I look at Rod Woodson, and I fear for his life because he just.
So they got 4 quarterbacks.
All right, the second best fan base in all of the XFL with the San Antonio Brahmas.
Oh, the Brahmas.
They host the good old Rent-A-Hawks.
The Brahmas, baby.
Yeah, Brahmas all the way.
Brahmas.
Jack Cohn to get it together.
So now,
that game may end up 4-3.
You guys ready?
Can you score 4 points? Well, I guess 2 safeties. Yeah,
you're good. You're good. 2 safeties.
Final score, you heard it here first.
By
San Antonio wins 4-3.
Yep. Next week, the Brahmas. After week 6, the Brahmas will be in second place in the South.
Correct.
Now, the game of the actual week.
I'm going to take that red hat and shove it where the sun
Defenders
don't
versus
shine.
the Battlehawks. Here's what I'm going to do. You guys
shove it up your butt.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
No, you're going to take that red hat and shove it where the sun don't shine.
To be like dirty piss. This is the commitment.
You're going to take that red hat and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Let's go. Dude. I mean, who do you guys have? All right, Arlington, do you want to say?
Battlehawks.
I just crapped in my pants.
Red pin, blue pin. Which is it going to be, Dirty?
Battlehawks, baby.
It's up to you.
You picking St. Louis on that one, man.
Okay, St. Louis.
Hey, you fans better do it on our Tuesday show. It's going to be nonstop bashing St. Louis.
St. Louis is going St.
That's
Louis.
because they're going to have the same record as DC after this.
I hope so. I'm really hoping.
This game is for all the marbles. If St. Louis loses this game, they have no shot of hosting a playoff game.
They'll be fine.
Yeah, but they won't be able to host
I'm
the
getting rid of
playoff
that
game.
red hat.
They won't host a playoff game if they lose this game to Saturday. So St. Louis is going to win. The crowd's going to help them take it home.
Dirty, if they lose, I'm throwing that red hat where the sun don't shine.
When I make my decision in the show just like that, the only one who's ever right on anything that he says on any of these shows is me.
Okay.
So
you say your record doesn't say that, but go ahead.
Wasn't you like 2-6 a couple weeks ago?
Everything that
your record doesn't say that.
Yeah, you're a stats guy. Let's go stats right now. Let's do it.
Right.
30.
Are you ready, Arlington?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The decision is getting ready to be made.
Go ahead, sir.
Who is
Hurry
going
up.
to win this game?
Make the damn decision.
Oh no, see.
Come on, dude.
I'm gonna
Hurry
knock him
up.
out.